This is a training video created by the Sentio Marriage and Family Therapy Program. Visit us at www.sentio.org. In this video, a trainee brings to supervision the clinical challenge of a client who has met his goals and therapy is now starting to feel aimless. Client video and names are obscured for confidentiality.
He's just less distressed and he's met his goals.
Right.
Okay. And that is challenging, Terry. I am challenged by this all the time. I validate you because it's sort of like, what are we doing here? Are we using this time, or are we sort of aimless? Are we just kind of talking with no goal? I'm only seeing a very small clip, but it sounds like both of us are wondering if sometimes, Terry, clients start to feel better, but they feel anxious about letting therapy go. They might not be aware of how much better they're doing. They also might have some mixed feelings, Terry, about, am I good on my own? Or is there more stuff I want to work on? So that's kind of like my formulation of what might be happening here. Does that kind of match your sense?
Yeah.
When a client says, I want to go bi-weekly, I think I'm doing pretty well. Sometimes, Terry, that is them trying on being done with therapy. It's like they're sort of easing.
Right.
And I'm not saying that we're going to practice pushing him there, but what I'm noticing is, he chit chats about seeing his parents, and you respond, kind of by chit chatting back about how hard it is to deal with aging parents. What was your goal in doing that?
Basically just meeting the client. After I said it, I really went, oh my gosh, I wish that wouldn't have rolled out of my mouth.
You mean the disclosure about your mom?
Yeah.
What concerned you about that?
I just wish I would have had a stronger boundary because I have seen this client for a while because he is so casual. And I felt that maybe that that should have been a boundary.
Like you leaned more into kind of Terry the person chit-chatting versus Terry the therapist. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's good awareness on your part. And I think maybe you leaned into Terry the person chit-chatting because he's not feeling like a client to you.
Right.
He's feeling like somebody who's kind of updating you in a relaxed way.
It's again, it's content versus working in therapy.
So
I feel like I'm collecting content.
Right. You're collecting updates, content from his week rather than working to people. Yeah, that's important. So he goes back to kind of, making some valid complaints about his parents, but it doesn't seem like it's really upsetting him, and you're still not really sure what it is that you guys are working on. So I think it might be more like, again, you're kind of chit-chatting, following his lead in the topics. But I think what would be more effective and what we could practice first is in those first, like kind of the early few minutes of a session, practicing checking in. And I think in this case, what we could first practice, Terry, is just checking in about how biweekly has been feeling. Have you done that with him yet?
No, I haven't. I have not specifically done that.
So this is a skill where we are directly talking to the client about therapy, and we're directly exploring, getting their feedback, their experience of how it's been feeling to them to meet twice a month. This is a good starting point, Terry, to start to explore more about how he's feeling about therapy in general, and maybe giving him some feedback about how, you want me to model an example?
Yes, please.
Okay, you got it.